Indeed, indeed. No, I've also have a 4-year-old here at home, and I can tell you it's not been easy for us to be combining the working and the studying at the same time. But indeed, listen, institutions, both educational and governments, were not prepared for the impact the pandemic would have on educational systems. They don't have the equipment, they don't have the infrastructure necessary, they don't have the internet connection necessary. So again, there's going to be a lot of increased support which needs to happen for these for the parents and for the teachers. And I think that needs to start with really with the multilateral community, especially in low-income countries. And the first is really to ensure that there is that support environment already at home. And this can be done in the forms of, income support packages, help for businesses, help for, those single parents and those that are struggling without incomes at home. And I think once you have that basic safety net, that basic what we call in the ILO social protection floor, that needs to be a first before we can really get these kids back to school and get people back to work in a productive way.
Drew, can I ask you about mental health? There's been a lot of concern expressed that the experience of lockdown and some of the issues that you've raised here will have a devastating effect on the mental well-being of a lot of young people. What have you found in the study?
Yeah, indeed, Jeff. Yeah. So what we found is actually astronomic in terms of mental well-being effects. So our survey has said that 1 in 2 young people are being that may be affected by depression and anxiety. So over 50%. So it's massive. And I think when we think about economies and we think about educational systems, this and the effect that the pandemic has had on young people, we need to really make sure that we're supporting young people getting that psychological support that is needed. I mean, young people, let's face it, young people are not going to be good learners and productive workers if they face mental health problems. And we know that depression and even suicide is most prevalent in adolescents and young people. So we're already faced with these issues before the pandemic started, and now the pandemic is just highlighting that. And these are issues that really need to be dealt with, Jeff.